The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. This return makes it up to the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Pass caught by Adunze. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That's a pickup of 9. And the Patriots will have a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bob.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Inside the 30. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a New England first down.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
On the move, headed right. Now he takes it. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tuipulotu in for the tackle.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Option design here. And he'll get it up to the 27. 16 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Short pass caught by his tight end.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 36. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44. That one gains 7. And it sets up a Houston first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Pass play on 1st and 10. We've got a screen to the running back. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They'll throw it again. Complete out to the right side. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Here we go. Set. Check that.
3rd and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Great opening drive continues. 1st and 10 at the 33.
Check. Go, Reed. Go.
Looking for a throw here. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Ready. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Hurt.
They'll try and throw it here. Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Third and just 2 to go. Putting the tight end in motion. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Hits his running back. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff now out of the gun. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash your defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They give it to him again. And he's stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Back-to-back carries here. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Black Knights have a great first drive and get the game's first points. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Black Knights will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Go!
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's going deep. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And they're going to take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Foxborough right after this. And we're back. Road offense out there and set. Let's get the second quarter started. They have second and pretty long here. Look into the air here. That one's complete right side. And this one doesn't go far.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Dropping back to throw. Catch made over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home that sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Hauled in left side. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. Finds his back complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Here comes the Black Knights punt team. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Punting unit out now. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Patriots will be backed up pretty deep to start the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Has his man, it's Odunze. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other to give him a chance to make a play.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to the air, McCarthy. Setting up the screen. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots start to fight back with their first points of this game. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him or check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Complete out to the right. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. The Black Knights pushing for a score before the break. To throw here on 1st down. Hauled in by Dobbins. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Still sticking with the passing game. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Caught by his back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now it's McCarthy. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing it again here. He sends this one to the end zone. And he scores. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots get some late points and the lead. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He touched him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing now on 1st down. Catch is made down the right sideline. A gain of 27 yards there. And it sets up a Houston first.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
First and 10, looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
2nd and 10 now. Brought in close to the 8. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Working inside the red zone. And in for the Houston touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Black Knights tie things up at 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And the fumble recovery is made.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got two things in mind, Kate. Number one, get the returner down. And number two, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Dobbins. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
Third down from the gun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, sit on the bench to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running for the marker on second. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on second down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one's complete, right side. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down from the red zone. Completed to his running back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Throwing from the gun here. Catch is made in close. And this is down all the way to the 3. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Back to him on 2nd and goal. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
He tries to sneak it, and he runs it across. Touchdown! The Black Knights grow the lead coming out of halftime. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Black Knights make it a 10-point ball game. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy escapes the pocket. Launching deep down the right sideline. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, that's a tough one right there. Actually, when you're outside the pocket, because your body is going and moving laterally, it often takes the ball out of bounds just like that. That's a tough connection to make, even under the best of circumstances.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's trying another one deep. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. This is ahead for about 5. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Short pass brought in. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
To throw it on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They are throwing it again. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it sets up a Houston first. Throwing it again here. On target to Dobbins. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 1-yard gain on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Short side option here. He's running left. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll throw it. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Black Knights can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
That one right down the middle. And the Black Knights take a 3-possession lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Has the connection to Odunze. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Got to figure out this third down here. McCarthy to throw it. He lofts it deep left. This is brought in at the 50. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now McCarthy. And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. He fields it from the 8. And look at this return. And that's out of bounds all the way across the 45, very nearly to midfield.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll run here on first down. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hauled in by Dobbins. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Houston first. Give now to the running back. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they continue playing their best ball of the season over this recent stretch as they pick up a 6th consecutive victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Black Knights are winners, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.